So what is technical analysis? So technical analysis is a study of market action. It's primarily used really is to be able to show you charts or graphs. And so we can see things in a very visual manner. And the objective really here is to be able to see that you can forecast whatever the future price trends of something is. Now, I can't just give you the importance of a definition like this because it's broken down to three things. So technical analysis studies market action. That means price. And we're going to look at the movement in price to give us a good head of what is happening in the market. We will use charts and graph because of its visual nature. It allows us to look at prices in a single view in a graphic form, so I can get that impression immediately rather than looking at so many numbers might take me such a long time. And it'll allow me to be able to forecast what these trends are telling me prices are going to do. And so it becomes very valuable now to a trader because a trader timing is everything. And without that essence and not seeing a medium like chart or a price to forecast what I want to do, then you'll probably just be guessing when you buy your first investment. We need to be guided somehow here, and that's why it becomes very important to be able to do this. All right, now let's try the base essence over here. Why is market price so important? Well, market price is important because we believe that the price of a stock or an index or whatever it is that you're trading has everything built into that price already. So if you're talking about Ayala Land trading at a certain price, it's there for a reason because the market right now can tell you that it's factored its earnings, it's factored the disease that we're currently situated into the Philippines today and the world. It's factored what's happening to GDP. It's factored what's going on in people's mind. It's factored in a lot of things, what's happening to the investor, whether they have money or they don't, or they're feeling tightness now during this lockdown period, a lot of things. And as all that is pushed into the price, whatever you see at the market today is just summary of all that information being pegged into that price. And that's why it becomes very, very important. Everything is built into it already. Second, prices move in trends. Now, when we start looking at graphs later, you might be seeing graphs going up and down and up and down. You're probably wondering, my God, this looks so chaotic. And why is it going up one moment, going down the next moment? And the reason for that is because the market keeps swaying. It's swaying because of the sentiment of how people are feeling. And that sentiment lasts for a while and creates what we call market trends. And as these trends come in, a trend lasts for a while. It could be trends lasting for a few days, few weeks, a couple of months, maybe even years. And so our job as a technician is to look at those trends, identify it, and try to follow it as long as you can. And if a trend shows you that it's still pushing up, no matter what it's been doing, then why should we be selling if the trend looks like it will continue to move higher? And these are the things that should come as a good rest back for us, because our ability to stick with a stock is dependent on what that trend is telling us. Third, prices move in trends, but when they move up and down, they tend to repeat certain types of patterns of behavior that they do. And that's why we say history repeats itself with prices. Now, the reason I'd like to be able to prove that to you later on, especially when we talk about area patterns in session number 2, will give you a sense of markets moving and the certain types of behavior that we're going to try to be able to pull out of it so that we can use it in the future when we see it again to tell us that it's done this before and more likely it will do the same thing again now. And as we see that element come in, it gives us the ability to predict what the market will do by looking at that historical significance and trying to impart on a future date what it could do again. And that makes things very, very powerful for this particular science, because not only does it give you a medium to be able to look at the market, which is price, because sometimes if you're looking at the fundamental analysis and you don't know whether a company is making money or not, and you don't even know what its fair value is, how would you even know what's going on? How would you know whether you should enter a stock or not? But the price of a stock you see every day, it's apparent, it's clear, it's transparent. And its movements are very, very much in hand. And when it goes down or up, you see it right away. And so everything that happens will build into that price first. So you can be very, very responsive to whatever you see. And that's why it becomes very, very important to us. These three principles become the bedrock of technical analysis and is the reason why we have to focus on what is this all-important price.